It's Tuesday training. You guys know what that means. Another brand new weekly training video just for you and working your businesses, giving you some tips, some insight, and hopefully giving you lots of motivation. So what are we waiting for? Let's get set. Let's get ready. Let's go. Happy Tuesday, guys. It's Jackie here again for your weekly Tuesday training video. Thank you for joining me. I want to give everybody out there a big hand. Kudos, kudos, kudos. I don't know about you guys, but I know I was doing some team shout outs this week because we are getting close to the end of the month. We are officially in that last stretch, right? This is what I like to call the home stretch of the month. And I want to encourage those of you who maybe have already thrown in the towel. And when I say that, I will say from experience, I always use myself as an example for your benefit. When I was starting out as a consultant and I didn't really have a big customer base to draw from, I would get to that halfway point of the month and just kind of throw in the towel. I didn't get them this month. I'll get them next month. And I would just mentally put myself in that mind frame, right? Basically giving myself a whole bunch of excuses as to why I wasn't gonna work my business for the rest of the month. Now, that also has a lot to do with the fact that I truly, in the beginning, when I joined Scentsy, I completely worked it as a hobby, okay? I didn't start out with Scentsy thinking of it like a business. So I didn't work it like a business. I didn't grow it like a business. It was simply a hobby to me. Something where if it worked, awesome. Otherwise, I was still having fun with it. Very quickly, I realized when I decided, hey, Jackie, let's work this as a business so I can start being paid like it's a business. I started to realize that by continuing to do that every single month, when I get to about the halfway point, if I hadn't met my goal or if I was nowhere near my goal, whatever it was that month, whether it was just being active or hitting 500 or hitting 1,000, whatever my goal was that I had decided it was going to be, if I hadn't hit it by about the 15th of the month, middle of the month, I just kind of gave up and I would start focusing on the next month. All right, I'll start working on next month and I'll move towards that goal, right? I'll get a head start on that goal. Well, by doing so, I literally shot myself in the foot, right? Because it's not over until it's over, guys. If you guys are anything like how I used to be, I want you to just cut it out. Get it out of your vocabulary that you were giving up the month, okay? So maybe you've got a couple orders that you're kind of holding on to that maybe you were going to apply towards a party, things like that. I like to, when I'm talking to my team members especially, and I'll share this with you guys as well, when you've got orders and maybe you're holding on to them so you have enough to put it in as a party, well, let me tell you a story. Again, using myself as the reference, okay? I'm gonna call myself out here. I'm gonna tell you a story about how when Jackie goes to Target, what happens? Well, I usually spend as much time as possible looking through the dollar spot. You guys know that about me. And then I spend the rest of my time walking through Target, looking at end caps for all the clearance items. Oh, that's so cute. Who knew I needed this at home? And then I just start piling things in, right? Happens to the best of us, okay? I can never escape Target as a quick jaunt in, right? I can go in and say, hey, I just need toothpaste and dishwasher soap. And I can walk out with a full cart and then forget the toothpaste and the dishwashing soap that I actually went in there for. What happens to Jackie when I get up to the register and I'm getting ready to check out? This is what happens.
I don't really need this. I only picked it up because it was on sale. I still have some at home.
I will start pulling things out of my cart. I get instant buyer's remorse. Oh my gosh. Wow, I really spent all this? Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? I don't really need that. And so I literally will, I'll pull stuff out of the cart, and then sometimes when I'm in the checkout line, and then I check out. Do you think that that ever may happen with your customers' orders as well? It does. It does. And I will say, again, from experience, I've done a lot of parties. I've worked with a lot of customers over the years of being a Scentsy consultant. And I will tell you that I would find when I would hold orders and wait until I got to that party total, because sometimes it may not be that week. It may be the week after that, right? So maybe 2 weeks out, and suddenly when I'm calling up Joanne and saying, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm closing this order, so I'm gonna go ahead and run your card now. And then Joanne tells me, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. You know what? I really thought that that was cute, but I don't really need a warmer right now. So you can go ahead and take the warmer off. I'll just do like the three pack of wax. That's fine. We've lost Joanne's order. Joanne had some buyer's remorse, right? When that was her literally standing in the checkout line like Jacqui at Target, and she pulled that warmer out of her cart at the last second. The lesson of all of this is, or the moral of my story, what I'm trying to get across to you guys is this. It's great to pull orders together, compile them so you can get like a party order, right? Because then that way everybody earns free shipping. If you put it all together and it's all shipping to one address, maybe it's coming to you and you're gonna distribute out to everybody, or it's going to a host. Maybe you've got a host and she wanted to wait a couple of weeks to get everybody's orders. I will say that in my personal experience, yes, there's times where that works and I run into no issues and everything's fine. Nobody has buyer's remorse and it's fine. It ends up being okay. More times than not though, when I've held on to those and I didn't go ahead and put them through, I had a lot of buyer's remorse happening. And I can understand. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have a household, I have a budget, right? I don't just have a whole bunch of money, you just go throwing it out everywhere. So I get it. I get it when that buyer's remorse happens, but at the same time, when I'm putting myself in the mind frame of this is my business, I need to work it as a business. So when that person comes up to my line to check out, I don't just hold on to it and say, hey, go ahead and go walk around the store for a little while, and then I'm going to wait until the other 10 people behind you come up to the line. That way I can bring everybody out all at once, okay? No. With that being said, you still may want to add to that party, okay? So it doesn't mean that you just need to put in individual orders, right? If you're really either working with a host and they've just got a few orders now, but they're still trying to circulate, get some more in, right? So they can really build up their host rewards. Or maybe it's just you and you just don't want everybody to pay shipping, okay? And you're really just trying to get to that earning level, so then that way the party not only generates some host rewards, but also gets everybody that free shipping. So here's my way around that, okay? To avoid the buyer's remorse and to be able to still contribute to your PRV for the month that you're in. The example that I'm talking about can apply all month long, but totally towards the end of the month. So what you can do is this. Hopefully you guys, when you've got a party that you're trying to put together, whether it's just one that you happen to be the host of as the consultant, and you're just combining orders, a whole bunch of orders that you're going to put in together, or it's for a host, and let's say they've got half of the orders now, or maybe one or two, whatever it is, but you're still waiting on the other ones. Here is what you can do. Now it does actually cost some shipping up front. So I will kind of let you guys work your business in the way that you want to work your business. You guys are the owners of your business. I am not, okay? What you can do is you can actually, once that order is set up and you've got it set to where it is showing on your PWS or your website, you can go to your website like as if you were a customer and actually click join a party, find the party that you're going to be putting all the orders into, right, contributing to, and go ahead and place the order. Now you can only use one credit card when you're putting in an order on the website, okay? So it's not like the workstation where you can get 3 different orders and use 3 different credit cards. So if that was the case, put one in each individually, or if you have a way to accept credit card payments or check or cash and then use whatever your business tool is. For me, it's like my PayPal. I have my PayPal business account, and so I'll kind of deposit everything into my PayPal and then use my PayPal to actually make the payment. So that way it's one payment going in on my website. And then what I do is this: you're still going to have shipping, okay? So even though you're attaching to a party, you've still got shipping. You can do it a couple of different ways if you're trying to be more customer friendly about it. You can just have them go ahead and pay up front, pay the shipping portion for their order, or you can go ahead and compensate them in a different way to offset that cost of paying for the shipping. Or perhaps maybe you've got 3 different people ordering all at the same time. Just take the shipping and split it in 3, and then everybody's just paying a little bit of shipping just to ensure that their order's getting in and it's going to process much quicker. Now it is going to attach to the party that you've attached it to when you selected that on the website. Please note that PRV is paid out in monthly increments. So like right now, we are in the last month of April. Let's say I did this and I placed like 3 orders through my website on Joanne's party. I attached it to Joanne's party. I'm gonna get paid the PRV for those 3 orders in April. The rest of her party, when it closes in May, I'll get paid on the half that I inputted in May, okay? So don't get that confused. You're still getting paid out for what you earned during that month. However, what it does do for Joanne is it still applies those orders to her party total. So when you go to actually close Joanne's party, maybe in 1 or 2 more weeks when she's finalized and gotten all of her orders in, then you go to your workstation, you input the rest of the orders, take care of her host rewards, and you officially close out that party. Situations like this will keep you from having or running into the issues of the buyer's remorse that may or may not happen. Again, it's not saying that every time that would happen, but I'm just trying to give you ideas of how to better run your business to ensure that you're getting all your sales, because you don't want to end up losing sales simply because you were just holding on to a couple of orders and waiting, right? I call that babysitting. I don't like to babysit my orders. When I get orders, I put them in, unless I'm specifically waiting on a party, and I really don't like holding open parties for too long, because it starts to get complicated. People start to get a little frustrated because maybe they placed their order on the first day the party started, but if you're really holding it for like 2 weeks, those customers are sitting there going, geez, that Jacqui consultant, it takes her forever to get my orders in. And so what does she do when somebody talks about Scentsy? She's like, oh my gosh, I put in an order for a girlfriend who was having a party, and it ended up taking 3 weeks for me to get my stuff. You certainly don't want a negative customer service experience happening out there, right? You don't want that to happen. You want to avoid that if you can, and to be able to avoid that while you can simply means to place those orders and input them when you have them. Don't babysit orders. So that's the one thing to think about, okay? Now, if you're really aiming for a specific goal, then by all means, if you need to hold on to it for another week, add it to your next month's sales. Again, it's your business. I'm not going to dictate to you how to run your business. I'm simply here to try and give you guys some ideas that will hopefully help you when you are talking to customers. I really find that this becomes a very big customer service pinpoint for me, because when I'm talking to customers, I will tend to hear sometimes about how they've bought from another direct selling company, or how they've bought from another consultant in the past and it took a long time to get their order, or they were unhappy, whatever it was, right? We've heard all of the different things. So when I'm telling the customer, hey, this party isn't going to close for at least another week or so, but I want to go ahead and put your party in. I know it's going to be a little extra because you're going to have to pay shipping, but I really want to ensure that you get your products in a timely manner because I've already got your order. Is it okay if we go ahead and put it in now? And then I tell you what, I'll throw in a little thank you gift when your order comes in. And you know what? Normally what happens, I don't get the customers going,
Oh, no, cancel it all. I'm not paying shipping.
I may get one that will ask, well, I really don't want to pay shipping. I'm okay with waiting though. And that's fine. They know up front, they've got the expectation of when that order is going to go in and when they will probably get their order, right? So that's fine. But to those people who would like to have their order as soon as they put their order in for the party, then that really makes them happy because not only have you reached out to give them that heads up notification, hey, they're still waiting to close, do you want to go ahead and put yours through now? It kind of helps, again, setting the expectation, letting them know that you're willing to go above and beyond. So work with your customers. It's actually a really great time to get to know your customers a little bit better and just to build those relationships. Guys, this can make or break you as a consultant. We are truly in a business that is centered around customer service. So if you are giving all you can to your customer service, you're only going to see more positive things happen. Now, while we're on the subject about towards the end of the month and maybe not making a goal or being too far from it, what I like to share is the fact of if sales aren't going your way, then focus on a different aspect of your business. That may be pre-booking for the next month. It may be that you're reaching out and trying to really add to your team by doing some follow-ups with the people who have shown interest in joining Scentsy. Start putting some call to action out there to your customers. We only have another week for the bricks. Don't let these bricks pass you or your customers by. I've put my order in for sea salt and avocado. I am so excited. I absolutely love the scent. It is way better than I ever would have expected. So if you guys haven't already put the word out about the bricks, go ahead and do so. Because again, reminding those customers that this is their last chance to grab these guys.
Customer service.
All right, guys, another Tuesday in the books. Bam, we are ready, right? We are gonna rock out the rest of April. We're gonna have a fantastic time, and May is going to be even better because we are gonna work on putting goals in place. We're gonna focus, we're gonna drill down, and we're really gonna start talking in May about hitting those goals and promoting within Scentsy. I wanna hear about your journey, so let's start building that conversation. Until next week, don't forget, like, subscribe, share this with your teams if you feel this would be helpful. Make sure you're subscribing because not only every week is the famous Tuesday training video, but we also have throughout the month the unboxing videos and the other fun goodie videos. If you haven't checked it out, if you're interested in learning more about setting up an office space, you can always check out my video on that. Feel free to look through the playlist as well, because no matter if you are just joining Scentsy or you've been a consultant for a while, I guarantee you I've got some videos on a playlist that are right up your alley. Until next week, guys, peace, love, happiness. Bye.